Alright, the story here is that I have a good friend who watches my videos and claims to enjoy them. But unfortunately, he's a huge Mega Man fan, but really only has experience with the first 3 games. Therefore, an awful lot of my videos are of really very little interest to him. So James, this one's for you. Snake Man. A robot master I really feel like I should like more than I actually do. Ah, Snake Man, you're causing me no end of trouble, and yet I have really got to commend you on your choice of stage music. It's really great. In fact, hard man accepted, I think Mega Man 3 is all great stage music. And even so, this is a standout track, which really does mean a lot. If you jump as soon as you make it to the top of that ladder, you can just barely avoid all 3 projectiles. I wish I knew that as a kid. I'm pretty sure I took damage every single time I entered that room as a kid because I didn't realize there was any way around it. And lo and behold, it's a mini-boss I don't actually mind fighting. We should have him stuffed. Yeah, no weakness weapons, no time stoppers, no shields, no glitches or exploits. Just good old-fashioned elbow grease. It's a nice fair fight. And I like that. It's not something you always find in a Mega Man mini-boss. He appears again a second time, and you would think he'd be a little more difficult the second time around, but as far as I can tell, nothing about him changes at all. He's certainly no more difficult. This room you want to take very slowly. It's a lot more difficult if you scroll more than one enemy onto the screen at the same time, which is very easy to do. In fact, it's designed so that you do that. So take it slowly and make it a lot easier on yourself. Once you get toward the end, though, of course, you can pick up the pace. Got a Hammer Joe here and another one upstairs, but they're really not so bad. Certainly not as bad as the one in Hardman stage. Yeah, I have Hardman on the brain. I've been trying to do that stage to see if I can do it in this series, and, well, right now, the results are still pretty inconclusive. Let's see what we have over here. Whole lot of nothing. Yep, no special tricks this time around, just the same old mini-boss. Didn't you know that Wily was pretty strongly into recycling? Yeah, he's all about environmentalism. In fact, believe it or not, this entire stage is green. Waka Waka. That jump there can be a little difficult. I've been okay so far in my runs of this stage. But historically, I have an embarrassing amount of trouble making that jump a lot of the time. That was an endangered species. In fact, it's the only one of its kind in the normal Robot Master stages, so we'll never see it again. It does actually turn up in 2 of the revisited stages, Sparkman and Gemini Man, if I'm not mistaken. Oddly enough, it's in neither of those stages to begin with. So it is actually kind of bizarre that it's in the game at all. I don't really know what its purpose is. These platforms you want to jump before they actually reach your level, because otherwise they will quite literally sweep you off your feet. Yeah, they can glitch you right into the abyss, which is really not fun at all. Okay, we are definitely not through to Snake Man yet, but we're trying. And now we made it. And really the only difficult thing about Snake Man is beating him to that center platform. I really hope I can do it. And I did. Now it's just a matter of dodging him and his snakes. And each time getting back to that center platform. That's important. If you have the high ground, you have the advantage. He realizes that, which is why he keeps trying to get you off of it. Just make sure you get back on as quickly as you can. The lag here is a little worse than usual, but it doesn't feel like anything I won't be able to handle. At least not yet. The night is young. It's a little more difficult when he shoots the search snakes from there, but not really. Just a wider jump you need to clear. And he's going to do that again. Snake Man is actually not one of my favorite Robot Masters. And I don't really know why. I think he's just a little too silly for my tastes. I do love his music, though. His weapon sure sucks. But beyond that, he's really no better or worse than most Mega Man villains. I guess I'm just a little picky. And at last he is down. And we have another perfect run from Mega Man 3. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised. I wasn't sure I'd ever be able to do any perfect runs. You remember the Chaos of the Toadman video. But now I've got two from a game that I wasn't sure I'd be able to do at all. So yeah, this one was for James. I really hope you enjoyed it. I didn't. Yeah, you're gonna see why in the outtakes. That was a real pain in the butt. You owe me big. You owe me really big. But I think I at least have a fighting chance. Unlike most mini-bosses... Oh, never mind. Yeah, Snake Man's got some really awesome music, I have to Thanks. You don't revisit Snake Man's stage, so you'll just actually see loads of that enemy, I believe in Spark Man's stage and Gemini Man's stage. Mainly Gemini Man's. Oh, you asshole! Okay, Snake Man. If I ever make it there. If you jump as soon as you make it to the top of that ladder, disregard. Well, Snake Man, one thing I really do have to hand to you is an excellent taste in minions. If you jump as soon as you... which I didn't. Really? Well, Snake Man, one thing I really have to hand to you is an excellent taste in stage music. And marksmanship. And we're through to Snake Man. Most difficult part about Snake Man is the beginning. You want to beat him to that center platform. If you do, you can clear him like that. Fuck! And then you forget what you're doing because you're so goddamn excited that it worked for once. You will see them in two of the revisited stages. You will see them in Spark Man and Gemini Man stage, if I'm not mistaken. Even though that enemy is not to be found in either of those stages initially. And you don't revisit Snake Man stage. So I'm not really sure why we see him again at all. Oh, why did we ever see you? Yeah, kind of an interesting enemy that way. Go too quickly, though, and you're going to be attacked from above and below. In this room, if you just want to get hit, that's fine. What you want to do is not that. Okay, he's gone. And if you don't jump before those platforms come up underneath you, they can actually sometimes just glitch you into the abyss. Not a good feeling. But we might not actually have to deal with that. Of course. In this room, I suck. Well, Snake Man, I hate you. We made it. And now we're through to Snake Man. The really difficult part is beating him to the center platform. Let's really hope I do it. Yes, I did. Oh, you gotta be fucking me! If you jump as soon as you reach the top of that ladder, you can take these guys out without getting hit. Make sure you do that. I never knew that as a kid. As a result, I'm pretty sure I took damage absolutely every time I entered that room. Not this one, though. Sorry, taking a much-deserved drink. I'll need another one. We'll fight another one later. Sometimes, actually usually, when there are two identical mini-bosses in a stage. The second one, or third or fourth, however it may be, is a little more difficult. The environment changes, or he learns a new attack, or something along those lines. But why bother to learn a new attack when the old ones serve you just fine? Alright, before I get too far, I have to acknowledge the remix that I used of Snake Man's theme in this video. Is that not the fucking greatest Mega Man remix on the face of the earth? Anyway, Snake Man. Yeah, this was a really strange one in the way that, I don't know, it obviously caused me a lot of trouble, but I was kind of causing that trouble myself by going for a perfect run. I'm glad I did, though. James, that was for you. A little more effort than I usually put in, but I think that makes up for Woodman, where I really went nuts on the Robot Master weapons. I almost actually feel guilty about that. But yeah, I did actually expect a little bit of trouble from Snake Man. In fact, I thought it would take me as many as 10 attempts before I successfully had a no-damage run on his stage. Okay. So it really took me 24. I'm kinda speechless. That was a lot more effort than I expected to put in on this one, but it is Mega Man 3, which I've stated before I'm not all that familiar with, and again, it was a perfect run. So it was definitely worth the effort. I'm glad I did it. And it's another Robot Master down. It's also another request down. Well, not quite a request, but, well, I guess I requested it of myself. I'm really kind of digging myself into a hole here, and I think this is evidence, if you needed any, that I don't actually script this part of the video, so let's just jump out while we can, shall we? It was fun while it lasted, another Mega Man 3 villain down, and another perfect run. Feeling pretty good? I think we can complete another board. But again, time will tell. Thanks for watching.